guys. Welcome back. It is football season, and I'm stoked for it, ready for it. All the above. Even though I like other sports, there's nothing like football. So I'm tired of watching the other things on TV. And again, I do like them, but there's nothing like ball. So when I see you guys, I know it's football season. I don't know if anybody else will say this, but it's good to see you. That means when I see you guys, it's football season. So with that, let's go.
No one else has said that.
Okay. I'll be the first.
That was a little slower tempo today. Can you just kind of talk about what you guys were trying to squeeze out of this morning's session and what some of the thought process was?
Yeah, just a ramp up period. Try not to go a million miles an hour, which we do like to do. Day one, day two, day three. Ramp up period. A big thing of the NFL, big thing of the Bears here at Halas Hall is player safety. So we're looking at the long range plan in terms of keeping our guys healthy. They came back in phenomenal shape and they are ready to go, but we're trying to protect against themselves with going a million miles an hour. So there are a couple of periods where we're slowing them down, make sure we're getting alignment, assignment, key, and technique, and still getting our fundamental work going against the offense just at a slower pace.
We saw Terrell Smith in there over Tyreek Stevenson at times throughout the practice. Was that by design, or what's kind of the approach?
Yeah, don't read anything into who goes in first, second, or third. It's a rep plan, not a game plan. Where the lineups will change daily. They'll change by period. So I wouldn't read anything into that. That's just maybe yesterday he went with the thirds. Today he went with the seconds. Tomorrow maybe he'll go with the first. So nothing about that in terms of when they're in there and who they're working with.
Kyler Gordon had a nice play in individuals. With him just focusing on the slot right now, do you think that just doing that can help make him better, where he doesn't have to concern himself with quite as much, take a little bit off his plate?
I do believe that just with everything, less is more. So when you reduce the amount of things that he has to do in terms of technique assignments, they can't help but get better. He works at it unbelievably. He is smart. He is instinctive. I don't know if you remember last year, but he didn't get into that spot until this time last year. We didn't rep him there in OTAs. So he's got all those reps banked from the season underneath his belt on top of a little bit less on his plate in terms of being outside. So I would say yes, it has helped him on top of one more year in the system.
Alan, when you came aboard, when you took the job, there was a lot of uncertainty about cornerback and who would ultimately be in those spots. How does it look to you now, where you have some returning players, you have a high draft pick in Stevenson there? How do you look at the possibilities for that group, and is it kind of easy to coach because you have some returning players?
Easier, never easy, but yes, easier in terms of we have some guys that have experience. We like what they do, and so. But every day we like to say we don't want to get comfortable or too comfortable. Every day you have to earn your stripes, earn your spot, and so every day it's a battle going out there to improve, to get better. Easier because we know what the guys are for the most part, but we're still evaluating those young guys each and every day they're improving, they're getting better. I like what I see.
Coach, going back to Kyler Gordon, what about his skill set do you guys like that may serve him better on the inside and made you guys go out and secure a perimeter corner in the draft?
Securing a perimeter corner, nothing about him from that standpoint. But the one, if you're just talking about Kyler from what his skill set is, gosh, man, he is. The guys have nicknamed him Spider-Man because he is so quick. He's so agile. He is instinctive. He's got spidey senses. So when he makes a play and you go, wow, how did he make that? Ding, ding, ding. The spidey senses are going off. They're saying, hey, it's not this play, it's this play. So all of those things, the quickness, the instincts, they've been showing up in a big way. And usually that happens year two. I've seen guys come in and year one, they're getting their feet up underneath them. Year two, they feel more comfortable. They know how to get lined up. They're just not playing they're not just going through rote memorization. Now they're starting to play football. and that's what you're seeing out there.
With the new signings on defense and then the guys that you're coaching for the second year, as you said, how much higher do expectations go for this defense relative to what happened last year?
Yeah, the expectations are always high, and no matter who we have out there, the expectations are high. I like who we have. I like the new signings that we have from a free agent standpoint and from our draft pool. Really, and the guys that we brought in for some other teams. So with all that, the promising, excited, but we do need to get the guys together and start to play football together to get them to gel, and we're working on that part. But to answer your question, super excited.
Ryan Poles was talking about the potential of adding an edge rusher, and he said, hey, it takes two to tango here, we can be looking, but we gotta reach a deal. How long does is that a position where, is it easy to step in the middle of camp and get up to speed? Would that be trouble? What's the timeline like there if somebody does come in?
I don't know. I hate not to answer your question. I'm kind of a boring guy, but I kind of deal in what I have sitting on my plate rather than what's down the line. So to answer it, everyone's different. Some guys have experience in the system, and so their experience may have them come in and they're ahead of the game. Other guys may come in from a different system, and the terminology is different, the techniques are different. So I just like to deal in what's on my plate, what I have out there, and if they give me something else on my plate, I'll deal with that when it comes.
In terms of what you do have, both with Gibson and Robinson, what did you want them to get better at during the off-season program, and what have you seen?
Yeah, year two, it's still everything. We needed to set edges better. We needed to rush the passer better, win our one-on-ones, play with more violence in terms of when we are running our run stunts and our games to be more physical. One of the things is excellence in the details. So that's important to us. That it's not just going through the motions, but going through it and being excellent at what you do. So year two, I'm seeing flashes of that. We just want to see that more consistently.
Alan, what did you see? What did you see from Jalen Johnson when you got him back at the end of OTAs, and for him going into year 4? Like when you're thinking about either two of you sitting down, setting goals for him, like where is he right now going into the 4th year of what's the next step for him?
Well, yeah, 4th year for him, 2nd year in the system. So like the other guys, we expect him to anticipate in which he does do. Jalen is, super bright, super instinctive guy. And so now that he knows what the calls are, knows what calls I like in certain situations, now he can anticipate based on not just, hey, this is what Alan said my assignments are, but this is what the offense is doing, and this is how I fit into that structure. This one is my play to make. And then so now I'm starting to see him anticipate a little bit more and play a little bit faster than he did last year at this point in time.
Alan, how has Jalen handled the potential distraction of his contract situation so far?
You know what? I didn't even know there was a distraction. So I would say if there is, we didn't notice. I would say very well. If the idea that it is a distraction, I would say can't tell whatsoever. So he is doing fine.
A lot
He's fine.
of defensive coaches.
You got Terrell Lewis late in the year, I think December.
Yeah.
What are you curious to see from him when pads go on next week?
Yeah, let me answer it this way. What I'm curious to see about all the guys, not because it's really the same thing. How fast, how hard, and how, again, with violence that these guys can play. And then can they execute their assignment with excellence? And then the overall, can they finish? That's a big deal. Can they finish? Because we don't want to see good, bad. Good, bad is alignment's good, assignment's good. They can't finish and make the play. So I want to see at the end, whether it's good, bad, or bad, good, they start bad and then they have the ability to finish the play. It's can they finish the play when it's their play to make. So that's what I'm looking for in a nutshell.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you guys.